here is the classic overused Star Wars text intro, which comes with pretty much any movie maker today.
Once upon a time, far in the dark forest, blah blah blah.
It's about the sea, not about the forest. Read the text.
I know, but they always mention the forest.
Not in this movie. Oh, look! 8-bit graphics. Isn't it wonderful? They could make a game out of this for your gold Nintendo. Oh my goodness. It's going in slow motion. It's the Matrix all over again. Or first generation South Park. Whatever.
The stiffest octopus there ever was.
Yeah, and the rest is cardboard cutouts. You know, I'm starting to wonder if this is really an animation movie or just someone showing some photographs of something else. I mean, it looks like a Pixels show. Oh, look! Some gore. Oh, he got his hand back again. How the... Yeah, whatever. If you say so.
The best submarine in the show, and it's gone before you even noticed.
Wow. I wonder if Michael Bay directed his first part. Anyway, here is the awesome, epic intro, which looks like a Japanese knockoff of any intro he ever made. You know, like a mixture between Gundam and something you hear in Sailor Moon and so on. It's actually a Digimon theme music that we're using right now, and it's called Sora Love Theme, not something in that order. I think it is version 2 of Sora's classic music theme. Oh man, I shouldn't be talking about the music. I mean, I should be talking about all the epic things happening in the intro. Like there are about 10 episodes swishing by in this intro. Well, 10 different clips, I guess. Let's make a drinking game out of this later on. How many of these will ever be made into different episodes? Well, God will never know.
At least it's showing us a lot of promise about a lot of action.
Yeah. You think about that, you. Action. You know, to be honest, I think the only action thing in this is actually the intro. But, yeah. Episode 6. You know, it's a little sexist to call it episode 6 for some reason. Whatever. A bad day. We had a bad day when we made this, whatever you want to call it.
And titanium sound is ass. First thing we ever see.
Yeah, started to remind me of Dark of the Moon. Anyway, here are the Decepticons testing out Soundwave because they want him to become even more evil. With the help of an anti-materia generator, which is strapped to his back, but it might be hard for you to see because it has disappearing then and then. And they're also changing colors. I mean, I think Starscream is seasick or something. I mean, he's turning green sometimes. And different version of Soundwave and a knockoff of Abominus. Oh, voila.
Hard to see which one is Soundwave, but the one that also looks like Soundwave and sometimes Sound Blast is actually supposed to be the same guy.
Yeah, we were about 3 person who made this first seconds that you're watching right now. So 3 different persons working on this thing. And yeah, it's not a good idea, so yeah. Let's make one person make the entire scene, not 3. And yeah, this reminds me of the first thing I ever made in Paint. Oh, look, a real background. And here is to show that Megatron is the boss. I don't think I have to say anything more. And yeah, we are using Revoltech Starscream for Acid Storm because Acid Storm doesn't have the articulation that Revoltech Starscream has. But we forgot to repaint the other Revoltech Starscream into Acid Storm. That is why you are seeing 2 Starscreams at one point in this clip. Yeah.
Excellent voice work of Bowsertron on Astro Chain there.
Yeah, we got a lot of new voice actors for this show. And one of these is the famous reviewer called Few or Bowseroo, however you pronounce his name. And also a friend of mine who is called Christopher, who is voicing Twin. But yeah, he is not so known as Bowseroo. And here we have one of the youngest ones, who is playing Rewind. And he's called Jagerbull, and Silvertron is playing Eject, the blue guy, in case you don't know who Eject is. And take a quick look at the background because it will change a lot. And also, Armada Galvatron in the background, just so you know.
I always thought that was actually the Metroplex, but hey, considering in the price of it would be looking kind of like, hey, waste of cash, perhaps.
Yeah, and yes, folks, it is real sand and dirt in the background. It's not fake. The only thing fake here is, well, I can't figure out anything that is fake here. Oh, wait, I see something.
The flashlights this blue-haired guy is getting is actually an early version of a Microman figure. For those that don't know what Microman is like a prelude to Transformers. So it was what most of the Transformers toys actually came from. Microman and Diaclone.
Correct. That blue flashlight is actually called Lightbeam P338. A 3 and an 8. So Lightbeam 38 it's called. And you will later on see that we are changing Wheeliac because these alternator guys are really hard to handle, especially when he falls down all the time. And by the way, look at the size of K9, a normal dog or a shepherd, if I'm correct at my English.
German Shepherd, yes.
Yes, a German Shepherd. Oh man, look at the time. It's time for the Decepticons. And here is Megatron actually talking with the Fallen. It's the only time we are mentioning the Fallen, and the reason why we are not showing him on the screen is because we didn't know which one we were supposed to use.
And we still really don't know. Well, we do know a few criteria of him, and that is number one. It's absolutely not going to be the Fallen from Bayformers, the second movie.
There was a Fallen in that movie? Really? I must have missed it.
Or some kind of a native robot guy.
Yeah, oh, was that the Fallen? Oh, fuck, I forgot him. Yeah, and I guess you are pretty much seeing whatever is going on this scene. And the flashy lights. I mean, we can start a disco with all this flashing light. And yeah, it's well, what should I say? He's actually having enough with Starscream and all his outbursts. So Megatron is actually challenging Starscream to see if he can become any greater of a leader than he can. So he gave him a few tests and then kick him off the Astro Train. So yeah, and here we are now. Looking at a still picture. Come on. Oh look, a wee bus. I didn't know that Soundwave could transform into that thing. Or whatever. Magic.
Last time he transformed to car, it was most likely a Merc. But who gives a damn?
Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, here you might see, or maybe hear a thing that is wrong. Well, you see, actually, the thing that you saw that was wrong, maybe was that it was a mix-mash prison that you saw. We didn't find a real Cybertron prison background layout. And the voices, both Cap and Arcee's voices are done by me, and no, I'm not very good at them because, yeah, I'm not trained to be doing female voices and old voices. But what can you do when all the voice actors isn't showing up? We were testing a lot of voices in this show, well, for this show, but it was really hard to find persons that have time to do this kind of works. Oh look, actually female voice. It must be the first female voice that I actually can hear. And yes, like Silvertone would like to say, that is Legend Soundwave repainted into a fan-made slipstream, which is Soundwave's daughter actually. And yeah, that is a joke. I hope you got it. And look, slipstream. And no, I don't own the real one. That is Photoshop. Bye. Part number 2. Something you want to say?
Crap.
Okay. Let's get on with our crappy English and see what we can, oh well, tell you. By the way, we are from Sweden, so we are not used to this language. But I think you got it pretty much. If not, look at the pretty pictures. We are switching between 2 pictures right now. Isn't it funny, guys? Yeah, Ultra Magnus has a pink office. Everyone on Cybertron has a pink office. You know, pink is the shit. Let's see. Yeah, Soundwave became a hippie after he got his evilness drained out of him. And here is a battle flashing by. And here is the Zeta waking up, well, repairing Frequency, who is Soundwave's wife, actually. She has been in some sort of coma, so yeah. Just boost up the batteries and he's good to go.
Hey, she.
She, he, whatever.
That was actually supposed to be electrifying. For nothing else.
I thought it was ice cream, but whatever. If you say so. And here is a flashback. Flashback. I hope you get it. That is why we have this layout thingy. And that brown guy is actually supposed to be Chrome Dome. Yeah, we didn't bother to get a real Chrome Dome. And if you wonder what figure it's made of, it's actually made of Energon Megatron combined with Armada Galvatron. So it's 2 figures smashed into one. What a mixture. Yeah, you can see it now, can you? I hope you get this joke, but it's about RC and all she's males or boyfriends. As you know, RC has a lot of boyfriends. So yeah.
Through the eons, not at the same time.
No, it's depending on what story of Transformers you are actually reading or watching. So yeah, you can find a lot of hidden jokes when it comes to Transformers. And well, the Zeta is also a fan character. I should mention that. So the Zeta, Frequency, Selena, and that wolf thing you saw, which is called Saberine, are all fan characters. So that is why you have probably never seen them before. And the design for the Zeta is made by me, so it has never been shown before. And another female character, Rosanna, and here is Starscream selling radio stuff, so he will lure out Soundwave, so he can capture him and turn him back to a normal Decepticon.
I recognized Starscream's poster when he was bored. It kind of looked like a black guy. Or dude.
I never thought about that. This movie has a lot of hidden matches, like the Insecticons flying by Optimus Prime's head.
And he doesn't even notice.
Yeah.
Talk about sleepy leader. But
Yeah.
hey, when he's about to give orders to Constructicons, back in the days, I don't think he would care if a few bugs flew around his head.
Are you meaning bugs like in bugs or bugs like in errors? I mean, this movie has both. And look at what time it is. It's size comparison. And the sizes is pretty messed up. Yeah. It's missing a few scenes here and there, but hey, just go with it. And here we have the anti-organization. It's the ANT who is having a meeting here. The ANT stands for Anti-Transformers, but you will probably hear it later on. And yeah, here's all the Gundam jokes for all you Gundam nerds. So it's not about the Japanese people, it's about the Gundam nerds. So, Japanese people, we love you all. Don't take it personal, please don't. we like to live. And
many different primes through this scene, so
yeah. Good you mention it. I hope no one else notices. And here is Prime realizing that waveforms are real. So yeah, you would probably have the same reaction. And there is a really big junkyard. I mean, it looks like it was more than 20 junkyards smashed together. And look, going from sunny place to rainy place. And there we switch. Some
blue screen error, I guess.
Yeah, some blue screen error again, but this is actually the best blue screen ever that you're watching right now. I mean, aside from the markings on Essex Storm, it still looks pretty promising. And, well, what more? Yeah, they're attacking the Thunderbird's base because, yeah, you will probably see it later on. And it's Leo Kaiser's music you're hearing in the background. So this is also a parody of the classic Japanese transformation sequence that pretty much end up in this. People running, people attacking, and yada yada. And no, his cockpit can't be open in real. You have to open it in a bad way, and when it comes to animated Megatron. And yes, what you're seeing here is the Decepticons are founding the Mole, which is the Thunderbird's drilling device, and they are going to use it to drill for energon, or the power crystals in this case, but yeah, you can pretty much get energon from anything, even a cheeseburger, if you're going by E1 logic. Yeah, since we are pretty much parodying ourselves, we are making a parody of we can never figure out which soundwave we are using in the scene. So here is a joke about that which you are seeing. So that is why there is two soundwaves. It's a joke. Go with it. And here you have another classic joke. You know, Soundwave and Megatron are pretty close friends. Yeah.
Too close sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it was just a massage. You should have waited longer and you will... Well, never mind. And here we have Smokescream. Also one of the newer voice actors, I think.
Well done by a guy called Dr. Arkeville. But for you international viewers, don't bother, because his reviews are mostly in Swedish.
Yeah, and if you're wondering about Jeremy Clarkson, which you're hearing here, yes, it is the real Jeremy Clarkson, and here you have the Lego version of him. So, Lego in top gear. Yes, roll with it down the river. And here we have a joke about Pimp My Ride. For those who have seen the show, yeah, they always say, I can't believe it is the same car, and it wasn't. The real Smokescreen was standing in the background or lying down. They were just changing car and calling it the Smokescreen. And here's a joke about the worm made of Silvertron. Wheelie X makes a lot of strange things, so why not make a robotic worm? I mean, why not? But here is he showing what he made of the parts of Tidal Wave. He made Seaspray and Broadside. And here is a joke about Broadside. For those of you who have read his profile, he's afraid of flying and afraid of being out on the open seas.
Easily seasick.
Yeah, he is easily seasick. And it's not a good thing, because Broadside transformed into a boat and a plane. So yeah, pretty messed up there. And for those of you who is wondering what the hell is happening, Slag just stabbed Jose right in the ass, or the butt if you want to be gentle. Here we have Bowsaru again, who is voicing Ratchet here.
Sweet clippings of the toys in different areas.
Oh yeah, I wish I could take the fame for all that glory, but I can't. It was someone else who made all this wonderful animation. But yeah, I'm partially responsible for this coming joke. hope you got it. If not, watch it again. The funny thing is, it's the same voice actor on Optimus Prime and on Hot Rod, and also Blaster. But you have probably never heard of him. He is called Swede Transformer, and he is a Swedish Transformer reviewer, so yeah. What more can I say?
A bit crude there with a kick in his backside.
Yeah, I noticed that Optimus Prime is really rude in this story arc.
But that's mainly because he's such a big heroic figure in every other generation he's ever been in, and it's getting quite tiresome after a while.
Yeah, but really haven't Optimus Prime always been kind of like an asshole? I mean, he's always the one taking the first shot and jeopardizing all the other Autobots just because he wants to see what the hell that thing was or something in that order. So yeah, like all girls say, Optimus Prime is a true heroic asshole. And now you know. And knowing is half the battle. There you have your G.I. Joe reference. Man, I should have put in more G.I. Joe jokes in this story. And whoops, a whiplash. We forgot to show you Inferno's walking cycle. Too bad about it, you know, shit happens, you know. But I must say I'm more pleased over this new Wheeljack. It's really good. It has some problem with the legs, if you are wondering. And that is all.
For now.
It's pretty strange to have Digimon music in a Transformers show, you know, but pretend this is a Japanese Transformers show. You know, being a Swedish person and all this Japanese stuff seems kind of odd. Hey, that's the way it is. And for those of you who have seen Master Force, this is a joke about Master Force and the Master Bracelets, which is transforming costume on the person who is wearing the bracelets or whatever you can call it, so they can either transform into their Power Master or their Headmaster. And in this case, Jose is lucky enough to become Hosed has Headmasters. And
more or less of an accident because Hosed is needed.
yeah, but I think the audience already noticed it, but in case they are blind or deaf. Yeah, now you see which country we are from. We are not from Texas, we're not from USA, we are actually from Sweden, and there is the flag in the background. We actually recycle this background from the Scary Scream movie 1 that we made. So for those of you who have watched that movie, in case you have, there is the same background you are seeing right now. Maybe I should have put Scream in the background just for funny bloopers. And yeah, the sound quality is kind of mixed here. I mean, sometimes you can hear what I'm saying and sometimes you can't at all. And well...
So the guy next to the RV is the guy called Derek, perhaps?
Yeah, the one in black actually. Not the one in white or the one with Harry Potter suit.
No matter. Now I guess it's an attack of the terrorists.
Yeah, he looks pretty stunned. Or is he smiling? I can't tell. Damn, these Lego figures. They're either smiling or angry. Man, change expression, man. You're being you're being attacked by terrorists for crying out loud. And yeah... well, what was he supposed to do? It was hard to reach up there. I wish they also had a garage that could change whenever I walked into it. I mean, look, here is one garage, here is the fire station, and then back to the other truck station or whatever it was.
At least the Inferno probably will feel just like home.
Yeah.
Considering that was his only thing to do in that scene. But then again, he's a rescue vehicle, so that's logical thing to do.
Yeah, I hope he liked rescue things. Because, well, he is one. And yeah, I don't know actually if Cybertron has a Crockett feel, but Now it has, so stop complaining about we making up our own things. And why is he standing on a croquet field? Well, look at Ultra Magnus' weapon. It looks like a croquet club. I mean, what is it supposed to use it for anyway? Warhammer? Maybe.
And it's actually the Takara version of Ultra Magnus, because that one was actually cheaper when we was about to buy him.
Yeah, you might notice that, but this movie is recorded under a long time. It's recorded under like 2 years or something like that. So the figures and etc. are changing a lot, and that's because we were borrowing figures from other persons and selling out the old ones that we didn't like, and blah 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 and blah 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 and so on. But it's pretty consistent compared to our old stuff. And the slow motion. So yeah, you can say we are parodying Matrix a lot, but it's actually animation bloopers. But don't tell anyone, please. Well, what can we say about this scene? Well,
Spider-Man in joke, I think.
Yeah, and he's black this time. No one got that joke. Whatever.
Yeah.
And what should we call that?
A smoke effect. We really wanted to try out the smoke effect, so that's why Smoke Screen had to try to fart it. Well, we actually borrowed it a bit from Michael Bay, because he actually had nuts on his devastation, so at least we could use get away with a farting joke instead.
Yes. And also a joke where Larry was tripping over a bazooka and firing off a rocket, which you are seeing right now flying over their heads. And for those of you who is wondering what happened to that rocket, well, it hit a Hummer, or Humvee, American car. Shit car is it called in Europe. Anyway, isn't it a nice expression on this face? I mean, don't you just love Lego figures?
Constantly pissed or just a little bit angry.
Yeah. I know what you are saying. We should have used animation Lego thing soft program for their mouths. Mouth and their eyes and so on, but we didn't have one, so that is why we are using this stock mouth animations and so on. But hey, they're at least working on the robots somewhat. I hope Hasbro doesn't sue us because we are using their animation flippy Decepticon Autobot symbol all the time. Yeah, probably not. They will just take it like a commercial. This was actually a good commercial for all the classic figures. I mean, look, there are almost every single classic or Henkei figures in this entire movie. And yeah, the cape and the crown is a joke about Transformers Zone, because in Transformers Zone, Devastator was actually wearing a cape and a crown. So that is why we included that joke. And here are some real pictures of Bermuda. Like to go there? Well, do it now, before all the tickets will go away, because we have made some good commercials for this island, along with some horrifying sequence that will ruin your vacation there, and the Crazy Priest. And these Team Rocket knockoffs. Well,
that sequence was actually supposed to be a secret, but hey, now you're blowing our cover, so...
Oh, fuck. I didn't know it. I thought we were already away from that part. Oh, look. What
Strong
time?
man!
Yes!
Here we go, his first Seacon attack.
Yeah, I am still confused if the Jose was sweating or if he were wearing a cape there for a short second. Well,
maybe it was in a competition for a while for a strongman.
Yeah, it was probably that one. It sounded better. Yeah.
And what's happening right now is absolutely nothing. That Lego guy was actually supposed to be
standing on the ground, but he is playing a god right now, I think. And something happened to Jose. He's changing sides, so perhaps he's in his puberty or something. And, well, what can we say? not the best reception ever. And here is foreigner joke. For all of you who doesn't understand what we are saying, here is a joke for you. Just laugh your ass off right now. Because this is probably the only few foreigner jokes we are going to use.
It was Spanish for those who don't know.
Yes, it was really Spanish. So, hola amigos. ¿Qué tal? Bueno, right. Perfect. Let's move on. By the way, was Megatron actually hidden inside Ironhide? I think so. Oh, crap, I forgot. It's the hidden place of the Seacons, which I blow their cover a long time ago. Fuck it.
Great voice acting though, of most of the Seacons. So thank you for your cooperation with those that knew which voices you were.
Yes, I would like to make a big shout out for MBN 100, a great English reviewer of Transformers, and he's actually voicing Seawing. And Dr. Archibald is voicing Lobclaw, which is Narrator, and Kraken, which is Tentacle, is voiced by Bao Saru. So yeah, there are a lot of famous voice actors here. I am myself voicing Scalar and Snaptrap in this scene, but later on Snaptrap will be voiced by Varia 31, a 3 and a 1. And here is one of the stock footage we have of this aqua base. I'm sorry, but we didn't got more than 2 shots of that base, so that is why it's a static image of that underwater base. And yeah.
Here I guess they planning for a next strike or something?
Yeah, I should say that. I was actually going to talk about the background, but you know what, fuck it. I am still amazed by these designs that we shows on the Seacons. They look so much better than all the other Seacon versions that they are out there. So Hasbro, this is your new design on the Seacons. Oh yeah. And there is some
Overspeed!
yes, and the traffic light was changing sides when the train was passing by. And the reason why we are using real vehicles in this shot is because, well, we want to do it, so yeah.
That's why they're having their names on the number plates.
Yes, that is why it was standing Braun on his license plate. Might look a little bit silly. And here is Prime doing a roll call of the Trainobots. We didn't get the real Trainobots, but yeah, they are too expensive, and these ones are looking much better. It's the Micromaster Rail Racehorse or Rail Racer Team or 6 Train, for those of you who are wondering what Trainobots we are using. And that was a Swedish joke about Bingo Lotto, which
It's a kind of game of a five in a row, but with numbers. It actually originated from Denmark, but we're using that game quite a lot here in Sweden.
yes.
At least used to.
Yes, and that joke about the Loket. Loket is Swedish for locomotive, so, and the program leader was called Loket, so he was actually called a locomotive in English. And here's an attack of the underwater base, and these researchers is doing some examines on a shark, and that was the same shark that attacked the diver in the beginning of this Transformers Charisma episode 6. So the shark that you saw in the beginning that was grey is now here and blue, and they found a remote device in him. So
and the funny thing is that shark we're seeing right now is actually an ink pen.
yes, it's a pencil, so just take off his ass and you will find the pencil top. And the Seacons are attacking the base because of what was said earlier, so yeah, they're pretty much just going around finding things that they might have use of. And here is also a blue screen. So no, we are not on open water, but yeah, you probably already guessed that, I guess. One reason why we were changing the outfits on Larry and Jose, which you are seeing in the shots, was because of the blue screen was so inconsistent. You never know which color it was going to affect, so we tried to give them colors that the blue screen wouldn't affect, like dark green and so on. So sometimes it's clicking through, but most of the time it isn't. And here's a little joke about San Jose Sharks. That was why we also threw away a hockey stick at the Sharks, so now you know which hockey team we are sharing.
Favoring for.
Yes. So he made a little joke there that Jose called himself San Jose Shark when one of the Finnish hockey player were asking about his name. So there's a little bit of inside joke here. We didn't want to go too far. We were afraid that some San Jose Sharks fans were going to attack us because we were making fun of the origin of their hockey team.
And the thing that Seacaptain actually holding is actually a camera that you're supposed to see right now. And it's soon about to be transformed.
Yeah, spoiler. Oh, whoops.
Oh, 3-second spoiler. Boo-hoo.
Yeah, no one saw that coming, right?
That is actually a
flare gun.
Yeah, but it's a custom-made reflector.
Yeah, you were talking about spy shot. Oh, fuck! I was talking about what it was doing. Oh, well, that is not important, I guess.
And the floating device around the red-haired guy is around his neck, so he's probably a thick-headed guy.
He's probably strangling right now, but fuck it. It was going to be more interesting. Meanwhile, yeah, it's a lot of mean here, so I guess it's what the better word to use here. You know, meanwhile, meantime, and so on.
The two divers we're seeing in this scene is actually sitting in back to back. Not in the different submarines, so it might be hard to see, but they were actually supposed to be back to back.
Yeah, we have some angle shots of this. We have some angle problems when we took these shots. And the whole thing about butt attack, it's a joke about the breast force, which was using a word called breast attack whenever they were ejecting their little animals or guns or whatever. So that is a joke from the Transformers Victory series that we were making fun of.
A blue screen failure here on the divers' helmets. They're actually supposed to be blue, but hey, what can you do?
Yeah, Windows Movie Maker is not the most reliable video editing software, I must say, so for those of you who is wondering about it, yeah.
And here we go, Bayformer style, while they're trying to take a crap.
Yes, a little nice surprise. The Decepticons are not letting you go into the toilet. They are even taking your shit. And here you're all toast by the toaster. Well, at least it got some seconds on the screen, so yeah.
Funny thing, they weren't even afraid. I would probably shit my pants, but hey.
yeah, but I guess YouTube wouldn't allow us to show all the shit in this show. They would probably sue us because we were ripping off the Angry Video Game Nerd. You know, he uses a lot of shit. He's not a shitty person, I guess, but you know, fuck it. Anyway, here we have another sweet voice actor. No, he's not the real Beachcomber. He's a Jamaican guy, I think. I don't know, but he was good at making the voice, so yeah, go with it. And here we are using the excellent fans project Insecticons, because yeah, you know, the old one wasn't so good. And here's also a South Park joke. It's a joke about Kenny. We are trying to make it look like Braun is Kenny from South Park, and you know, Kenny dies a lot and Braun dies a lot, so yeah, you probably get that joke by now. And I guess you know also why we couldn't use the real Beachcomber for that shot, so that is why there is riding a custom-made car that is supposed to look like Beachcomber. And Silvertron was supposed to say Blue Scream Arrow, and yes, there are a lot of it, so changing color is one of the things that it seems to do. And I don't know why. If anyone knows it, drop a comment or whatever you feel like. But don't drop shit on us, it smells so bad.
That was actually supposed to be a mind control drop there by Bombshell, and now it's permanently destroyed, I think.
Yeah, he was shot down by sea spray, but since it was so crappily edited, it was hard to tell. There's actually missing a long fight sequence there where Beachcomber is supposed to fight them. But yet again, it's hard to know what we can upload here on YouTube. I mean, the violence level is pretty much, well, you know, YouTube. They don't allow too much things here.
Good effect there.
Yeah, made in paint. The whole communication blinky thingy. You wouldn't think you can do so much in paint, but actually half of this movie is edited in paint. The most standard ghetto software you can use. Every computer has it, so everyone can make movies, even though the ones that shouldn't be making movies, like us. I mean, nothing. Anyway, sweet mouth movements right there. And here we have Armada Laserbeak shooting the submarine with Busso inside. And here is a clip that we borrowed from Red October, I think. I hope they don't mind it. No, they don't. Let's say so anyway. And
Yet.
yeah.
But then again, it's just a few seconds.
Yeah, let's pretend we made it, model. Yeah. Also some framing errors that are visible. Ah, too close, fuck it. Oh man, this is the worst thing ever with the show. It's, oh man, I don't know what I'm thinking.
Gay joke!
Oh yeah, and the background going the wrong way. But gay jokes are going the wrong way, so I guess the background was just making the mood even
Correcting
better.
it.
Yeah, correcting it, yes. And, oh fuck, again!
Powerful Laserbeak there.
Yeah, try that with your Armada Laserbeak. I mean, just jump out from the plane and grab on it and see if you can be, yeah, you know.
Taking a ride.
Yeah. But really, kids, don't do it. It was a joke. Really.
If you're stupid enough to try it, then you actually deserves to die.
Yeah. Unlike us. I mean, we are really smart people that are talking about random shit when actually important things are happening on the screen, but you know.
Hey, at least we're not talking about sleepover.
Yeah, really, I mean, activation. Oh, fuck. You know, I guess it's pretty bland to just have a black sheet and some white text in every single background. Maybe I should do something else than that. Maybe I should use a transformer sequence whenever I start this show. And here's actually one of the build backgrounds. And what you're seeing in the background, no, it's not a container. It's a failed brew screen, yet again. And here you have the special Auto Scout. It's really nice when you make backgrounds like this. You don't have to edit and some frames are getting lost when you're editing it. It's just better to make it on the place, build the background, and then take so much pictures that you can do. What they are doing here is that they're examining the crystals that they found in the crystal cave that they got onto by using the Fundabush molding device. Well, their drill, to speak correct English. They used the drill, drilled it to find the crystal cave, and here's the crystal cave. And the joke about the rubber, well, yeah, I guess you get it by this point.
Snorlax getting trouble here by Bumblebee and Cliffjumper.
Yeah, they're actually trying to get into the Decepticon base, but it might be hard to see because of how it is shot.
And there's the worm we mentioned earlier.
Yes.
And here Braun again throwing around, having his fun with a
reflector.
Yes.
Yes, he is. Man, we're starting to sound like Huey Dewey, you know, from DuckTales. The three small ducks. Huey, Dewey and Louie, like they're called. Oh, fight time. Nice. Let's put some Mortal Kombat on this, and no, it's YouTube. We can't have Mortal Kombat. That music is too awesome to use here.
Sweet transforming of this micro devastator.
It's so sweet that we actually used it 2 times, and here's the second time. So for all of you who want to record it, now is the time.
Now. And the only trouble with it is it only needs 5 bots. The 6th one will be form is behind.
Yeah. But you always need a behind. You always need a place to get inspiration from. So Bone Crusher is pretty useful. Yeah. As you see, Exterminator is one of those person that is literally thinking with his ass. And Raiden there was shooting off a few rocks from that cliff over there, but because of bad editing, you couldn't see it pretty well. And
well, you probably could see it, but you just couldn't tell.
yeah, I guess that is the correct word for it. But sometimes it's better when you don't see things.
And here is something for you guys that really hate Rodimus, like me or us.
Yeah.
We love him so much that we're constantly thinking of how to form him to our own little wheelie.
Oh yeah, because we overuse wheelie too much, so now it's time for Rodimus to be tortured. And also that thing about the ring parking plates, it was actually inset joke about Lord of the Rings. So that was why it called the ring parking place or whatever. And the funny thing also is the person who is voicing these two people is actually a pretty big fan of them. And here we got the Odyssey joke again. I mean, we are really environmental. We are reusing stock footage to all our might, so we're not wasting any energy on making, new animations for that kind of thing. We're just reusing it and then putting in some new awesome things after that. Kind of like getting vegetable before you are getting the candy. And here is the candy. Megatron hugging Optimus Prime.
Prime hugging Megatron.
Yeah. You don't see that?
Of gratitude for killing off Rodimus.
Exactly. Or hentai for those who are into it. Well,
don't mention it. There might be kids listening.
There are kids? What aren't we kids? Well, never mind. And there you have GoBot Springer and your brain on drugs. Next thing, a new voice actor, and something happened between those shots, and I can't really tell what. But
who knows?
Now we know that Lobclaw loves clams. So yeah, clams are good for you, I guess.
Why? Because they're really hard to open, and you actually need claws to open it.
Yeah, and
so his Ultima will actually be used for something.
Yeah,
but not in this scene though.
Yes, and also Lobclaw's brain is like a clamp. He has the same intelligence, so it's kind of funny that he's eating something that has the same intelligence as him. And here we are hearing the new voice actor for Snapchat, Waria 31 or 31. Anyway, he sounds like the new 2003 Shredder. And by the way, a turtle joke. I hope you got it, because now it's fading away, like the Turtles show. And that was a really strange shot, but well, whatever.
Weird flying way of from the third party laser beacon buzz saw here, but hey, it worked. At least they flew.
Yeah, good that you have something good to say about it. And here it is again.
That is actually supposed to be a rope.
Yeah, not a stick. Yes, so it's not in a gymnasium or whatever you call it. It's actually hanging from a helicopter. And, yeah, consistency is not our big thing, but yeah, who needs it?
I always thought cats landed on their feet, but apparently dogs do too.
Yeah, transforming dogs. Transforming dogs that are from Beast Wars. Oh yeah.
That dog actually almost killed Soundwave and his wife, and perhaps daughter too, earlier in the episodes, if you can recall.
Yeah.
And that's why Soundwave is so darn pissed of him.
Yeah. Thank you for that. It might be hard to tell, but yeah. And it was actually supposed to be a bit more gory or brutal, if you will, but yet again, because of YouTube, they don't like us to show blood and oil and all that smashing stuff. And yes, Deep Dive is actually holding Beachcumber, or Dive. He's a GoBot, for those of you who is wondering what the hell he is. Yeah, just sing the Yellow Submarine and pretend it never happened. And here is the special effect being upgraded. Now we will see if Raiden will come back or if he won't. Look, RC is doing some useful thing. Did I call her RC or Rs? Oh, never mind. Here's a parody of Master Force yet again, for those of you who can recall. He had that stupid noise that he always made whenever he was calling his friends. So here you go, for those of you who was pissed off by that. Yeah. They must be really old, these C-cons, because they're having some problem with their mouse. It's like they're rusty or something.
Good thing is, colors are also trying to slip away a bit.
Oh yeah.
But hey, they're underwater. It's suitable.
Oh yeah.
And those two guys actually are floating on the sea.
Yeah.
Wow, but well.
Yeah, and the sea is standing still. Really funny. But yeah.
Sweet combination of Piranacon or King Poseidon in this case.
Yeah. Don't say it too loud, he doesn't like to be called Piranacon. And here is the football diamond, a thing that we just came up with because of a joke. A joke that my mom got when she worked at the jewelry store. A joke about, can a diamond ever be shaped like a football?
Or at least as big as a football.
Yeah, and apparently they can.
It's not supposed to happen. Oh crap!
We'll go back. I forget my lunch on board side.
No, there's no time. We gotta go now, now, now.
You are supposed to be fast.
And now, finally, the last part of Transformers Charisma Episode 6. You never thought this day was going to come, but here it is. And the first thing we see is the stock footage. It's kind of our trademark now. And finally some nice effects. And it looks like Superion is going to be a ballerina. Yeah, King Poseidon. I don't know, it's something about Superion's voice that always cracks me up every time. It sounds like he has smoked a pack of Marvel cigars or something. You know, a big smoker. You know, I should do something about those, what do you call it? Spackle in English? On Quick Jumper. I should have painted those things red and then finish him. He looks pretty badly there, Quick Jumper. And like Silvertron will say, the eyes need to light up. They look pretty dead like now. If you looked at King Poseidon, his eyes were at least lighted up by something. And yeah, yet again, we have a problem with the green screen, the blue screen in this case. So, I don't know if anyone has any tip of a great blue screen or green screen program, please let us know. And please do not insert any joke about Megatron holding his arms, you know. Just did. And his love claws are missing. And what also is missing is Silvertron's comet. He seems to be pretty dead right now. I think this has come to a shock to him. He can't stand this crappy editing. I don't know if you ever have noticed it, but this thing never seems to take a break. I mean, yeah, it's an action scene, but you kind of need something to, you know, tone it down and not have full speed to the end.
At least it's the final episode, so anything, he doesn't even have a mask.
Yeah, I should have told that to the animators, but I don't know.
Well, they won't have Gundam, so they got it. If they fuck up, it's their fault.
Yeah, here is also a fuck up. You see those Gundams that you just saw, they were supposed to fly away, all of them, not just those 3. But, you know, fuck it. They couldn't even keep track on what the fucking Gundam they were using, so... Yeah, I should have noticed our sound changer. It kind of screwed the voices up, so some voices are sounding pretty bad, I must say.
Deeper is a great exception, because he sounds really great.
Yeah, actually, but Dr. Artwell, who plays Seaspray, he is actually a big fan of Seaspray, so it figures that he would make that role perfect.
Well, the other guy that acted like him is actually a commentator for Buffalo Sabres games in the NHL. So, but I don't think we would bother to call him, because if we have one closer at home, it takes more time, then we won't bother.
Yeah, exactly. Like here we got Toy Pod, or however you pronounce his name, to voice Blur, and he sounds pretty close to the original, whatever he was called. Oh man, I forgot the name of the voice actor.
Something with you and that.
Wally Blur is the voice actor of the original Blur, but we couldn't get him, so we took someone else. But you probably already guessed that. And yeah, the transformation on Jose was pretty cheap, but we had to do it quickly, so that was the reason why we chose that lame light effect.
And he's an easy bot to transform, so it's not much to show either.
No, really, it's just a matter of where...
And this joke is actually from the final Headmasters. The funny thing is, Galvatron actually did happen this 3 episodes earlier, before he was finished, and he made it perfectly alive.
Yeah, for those of you who haven't noticed, Galvatron in Headmaster died because of a fucking ring dance. So that joke was really accurate to the show, but with less ice.
Hound here is
using his hologram projector like he's saying right now, so in case you didn't know this, his gun can apparently shoot up holograms.
And here we got an explanation for all the weird things that happened before, because all those robots were actually controlled by humans.
Yes,
apparently.
They were controlled by humans with a conspiracy with Shockwave. Yeah, it's pretty confusing, but to make it simple, Shockwave is Shockwave is making a deal with this human so he can get his body back again. But the thing that this human doesn't know is that Shockwave is actually fooling him. But you probably have already guessed that by now. If you haven't, watch it again. Yeah.
But they have a giant beam in its mouth, or is it just a toy?
Yeah, it's just a toy. It's pretty screwed up toy, but you know, this old Scramble City combiners and their fucking squared body that look like a fucking Lego piece. Yeah, apparently Scalar has some kind of camouflage that makes him look like the sea. It's not a sailing blue screen. I told you we have fixed the blue screen by now. By now. Man, I shouldn't be talking English. Yeah.
Final proof.
Yeah, you didn't think we were supposed to make fun of ourselves, but we couldn't resist. It was too much joy to make fun of ourselves. And yes, I know, Gordon Ramsay doesn't sound like an Indian people. I know, I am not good at making British accents. My donkey! Or whatever he would say to me, Gordon Ramsay, I don't know. I don't think Gordon Ramsay watched this.
Is that robot in the background? It's Skids or a mugshot?
It's Skids from Transformers Event to the Foreign. It's a rubber. I just placed it there for anyone to notice it. So it's...
Best robot ever! Not.
Yeah, and he is in the wrong colors too, if anyone notices, but yeah. And for those of you who notice it says thin on that poster. Let's call it a poster, I don't know what.
No, they never noticed. Nobody can read.
No, absolutely. I have to point everything that is obvious to you. Like these scenes that are from Transformers New Fuel episode 1, re-edited versions. Version. And
it's getting worse now. Now I think things are starting to look quite decent now.
Yeah, some of these clips is from other episodes that we haven't finished yet, but they're in the works.
And here is gratitude to those who
made it through, who survived this torture. I mean this joy. Anyway, you were supposed to say?
These are the guys who can own a big thank you to, and we too, for each one that made their contribution by either editing or make voicing and such.
Yeah, and as we said in the Swedish version of this commentary, you are free to give script to us, you are free to donate your voice, you are free to take a part of animating this shit. And yeah, you're free to give ideas for common episodes. Since we are Swedish people, our English isn't the best one like you can hear right now. It's pretty crappy sometimes, but you will make it through at least. You didn't die, I hope. And yeah, next time we might re-edit this credit sequence because it's pretty long, and I myself played a lot of these roles which I didn't want to do. I only want to play a certain number, but you know, you have to do what you have to do. So if anyone has any ideas of better blue screen or better editing programs, just drop a comment. I don't think there's much I can say. I mean, for me this is an upgrade to the last Transformers New Fuel series, which was pretty bad. But yeah, I don't know. Does Silvertron have anything to say about this? Anything to...
I missed the ball joke. No, really, I don't.
Yeah, if anyone...
Screw you all guys and girls, we are out of here.
Yeah, I guess that's the only thing we can say, so bye! There, the time rounds out.